Okay, so I've got my Austin FC shirt on. We're at the stand-up desk. That can only mean one thing. It's draft day. Let's get into it and dive straight into the draft because your comments were very, very good. Everybody pretty much said you've got to go and get Jones first in the draft. So that is what we're going to be doing. We are going to be picking up Mr. Jones, or however you want to pronounce his name. I think I did create, look at that. I created a draft view so we could even see it. Potentially, he is the best rated potential player available to pick up, and he's got a decent personality of fairly professional, and David Jones is there. Of course, everyone, welcome to the Draft to Glory Save with Austin FC. We are on draft day, and I think are going to pick David Jones first. We've got the first two picks in the draft, and people were saying, you could trade away one of them. I don't think I want to do that, because I think we can get good players with all of these draft picks, and then trade them for more draft picks later on. I think we just build the best squad we can potentially get. So I think we need to have a look at people like Juan Pablo Gonzalez. Those physicals are just absolutely insane. I think he's going to be really, really good. David Jones, definitely going to be taking him first pick, that's for sure. FC Dallas traded with New York Red Bulls to get that pick in third. So that's why we couldn't get it off New York Red Bulls before. They had agreed a deal with FC Dallas to do that trade. So that's not too much of an issue there. Jonathan Hernandez was another one we were looking at who looked very, very good as well. So yeah, we've got some very good players in here. Michael Moore has gone a bit under the radar, a Generation Adidas player. There's not been too much chat about Michael Moore. Very good mentally for his age at 20 years old. Finishing, heading and technique all very good as well. Needed obviously in the striker role. Does lack a little bit of acceleration, but I think we can improve those. And of course, attempts overhead kicks. Why wouldn't you want a player in your team that attempts overhead kicks? It's absolutely lovely. But yeah, so we've got a lot to do, but we are first up, and we are definitely going to take David Jones. Centre midfielder David Jones is drafted into Austin FC, and we love to see it. Now, we do have some things here. So Charlotte FC are interested in our second place draft pick, so we will view the offer. They have offered us absolutely nothing. So what I was thinking is, could we do more? I basically just sort of feel like chucking as many draft picks as they're willing to give, right? That it sets us up for the future, because I feel like that. I mean, look how many we could get. Well, I mean, whether we ever need all of these, I don't know. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see how much they want this draft pick, shall we? They've negotiated it to offer us nothing. Reject, obviously. This is where the AI breaks down. We're just going to reject it, because they'll all just do stupid things like that. So back to the draft we go. And I do think we're going to have to take Juan Pablo Gonzalez. I just can't look past those physicals. He's going to be a great backup / rotation option with Logan Mallet up front. I just feel like it makes sense. So he is in. He's a mercenary from Mexico, but he is drafted. So we do with the first two picks. We picked David Jones, a central midfielder, very highly rated 19-year-old, and Juan Pablo Gonzalez as a 21-year-old striker from Mexico. I'm pretty happy. So let's see who FC Dallas pick. FC Dallas have gone with Jonathan Hernandez. There you go. It was written in the stars he was going to go early on, and I think that's a good pick for them. He's a very good-looking player, Jonathan Hernandez, and yeah, well done to FC Dallas. They clearly wanted that striker. They've gone and got him. Now we get the 4th, the 5th, the 7th, and the 9th picks in this draft as well. So let's see. We've got highly rated in here as well. We could also search by recommended to sign. So we've got Zach Wolf, who is a centre-back up here. Very good jumping reach. Strength is pretty decent as well. Really good mentals. Positioning needs to improve a little bit as there's anticipation, but can head, can tackle, decent technique, can play right back if needed as well. So he does look like a good option. I sort of feel like he needs, just going back to him quickly, I feel like he needs a bit more physically. He's got the jumping reach, he's got stamina, and to be fair, strength isn't too bad for a youngster. But he's lacking a little bit, isn't he? He's lacking a little bit. We also have David Jones, we've obviously picked already. I swear you used to be able to do like a hider, add condition. Could you do it to be like, is I swear you used to be able to do like is not drafted, is not. No, okay, let's just ignore that. Let's just crack on with what we've got going on. So, striker Michael Moore we've looked at. Caesar Aniera is up here as well. Again, really good physically. Finishing's really good. Great determination, great teamwork, aggression, anticipation. He looks really good. I think he's going to go pretty soon in the draft. I do think he's going to go pretty soon. Casey Gonzalez is a central midfielder. Again, lacking a bit physically. Looks okay. Nothing outstanding. The other generation Adidas we have is, well, we've obviously already signed Juan Pablo Gonzalez. So I wonder if we could get, what have we got? So David Jones is gone. Jonathan Hernandez is gone. But Juan Pablo is gone. I think, is that all the generation Adidas people? It might well be. It might well be. That is interesting. Oh, no, other than Michael Moore. Do we just pick up the next... Oh, and George Martin. There is a few more of them. George Martin's a generation Adidas right back. We do need fullbacks. I think we might go for George Martin. A generation Adidas right back. They're not going to come along very often. They're really not. He's down here. He's an A. Not an A+. He's an A. Oh, I love the draft. It's so interesting. I think it makes sense. I said we needed fullbacks. And George Martin is sitting there staring me in the face as a 19-year-old Tanzanian coming through the draft. I think we take him. We take George Martin. We've got a lot of people who are offering, obviously, trade with us with nothing. No deal there. Why would I even consider it? Okay, we definitely do need a left back. That is something we're very keen on. Now, obviously, we are playing with attacking midfielders. So Juan Gutierrez is definitely one as well that I'd be interested in. The mentals look good. Physicals look pretty decent. Likes to play 1-2s. I'm not against the 1-2 when we're trying to break teams down and get through them. I'm pretty happy with that. We do have Jimmy Campbell up here. He's a model citizen. Oh, he lacks pace. His passing isn't great. I don't think we need to worry about him. I don't think Jimmy Campbell's going to go early on. So I don't think we can be too concerned with Jimmy Campbell. I think we can pick him up a little bit later. That's not a problem. In terms of, I look at the amount of strikers that are here that you could pick. I mean, Brian Wordsworth, acceleration, agility, pace, finishing, first touch. He, again, looks like he could be really good. Do I just... I mean, because some of these players are going to have to go to the B team. We are going to have to move players down to the B team and figure out what's going on. Casey Gonzalez, we can grow the physicals. I do know that. We can grow the physicals. His mentals are doing a lot of work for him there. And I don't think we're at the stage where we have to only look at physicals just yet. Mahaman, again, looks pretty good, doesn't he? Dribbling, first touch, long shots, passing, technique, vision, off the ball, flair, leadership, determination's really good. Aggression, lacks a bit of composure. I just feel like we are in a good place right now. We've got Sam Wilkins, a professional striker. A target forward with jumping reach of 10. No. You need to be better than that in the air if you're a target forward, mate. You really do. I need to make my decision soon. I need to make a decision. Caesar Naira. Do we go for Caesar Naira, get another and then be done with strikers? He's very quick. Physicals are decent. He's 6'1", half decent in the air. Good pace, shoots with power. Good aggression, determination, teamwork, work rate, finishing. I'm taking Caesar. From the draft, and we are having... That's it. No more strikers. I mean, if I'm doing that, I probably should have gone with Michael Moore because he's a generational Adidas player. But I've made my decision. We'll see who Columbus now take. So Columbus take goalkeeper Javier Luna. Okay, did not see that one coming. He has gone early on when I didn't expect him to. Okay. Back to us. Brian Morales. I mean, Brian Morales looks pretty decent as well for a centre-back. Who is the best left-back that's here? Who is the best left-back? Change this to position. Left-back. We do have an A+ rated. Ethan Diallo at left. Ooh, hello. Ethan Diallo. Other than, like, crossing and dribbling's a bit poor, but good technique, good tackling, good marking. Like, mentals look very good. Off the ball's a bit crap, but he's more of a defensive player, so I'm not too worried about that. And he can run. He can't jump, but he can run. And he's two-footed. We're taking him. We're taking Ethan Diallo early on. He probably didn't expect to go that early. Next up is St. Louis. They pick Zach Wolf. Yeah, we looked at Zach Wolf. A decent defender to pick. Sort of makes sense. We don't really need centre-backs. So we're happy to not get Zach Wolf. Now, we get the 9th and then the 16th and the 17th. So now the question is, what's his face going to be still around in that many moves time? He was an attacking midfielder, wasn't he? Who was he? I should have. Jimmy Campbell. Is Jimmy Campbell going to be around? The model citizen Jimmy Campbell. Is he? If we don't take him now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more drafts. He's there. I think he could go. Who is Samuel Ido? 21-year-old Nigerian. Again, good physicals. Doesn't look bad, does he? Doesn't look dreadful. We've got a trade here. Proposed trade. We've rejected that one. They want the 9th pick and they're offering nothing, obviously. Let's see if we can get the 2026 first round picks. Go on. They will never do this. Oh my god, they've accepted it. So we've got 2 first round draft picks for one. It is the 9th pick. It is quite high. But I'm going to take that offer. Yes, we are going to take that offer. So now we go back to the draft. Let's go. I want to go back to the draft, please. I want to go back to the draft. I hate it when it does this. So can I go back to the... I just want to go back to the super draft. There we go. That's how we do it. Just smash the back button as much as we can. So we have traded. So Charlotte FC take the 9th pick. And with the 9th pick, they are taking Michael Moore. They are taking the generational Adidas player Michael Moore. Right? They clearly wanted him quite heavily. So now we wait until the 16th pick. So they take Tom Westwood. They take Casey Gonzalez. Minnesota trade. And Houston take Brian Conrad. That's not one we've looked at, I don't think. Brian Conrad at centre-back. Doesn't look too bad, to be honest. New York take Joe Guzman. Joe Guzman, those physicals are very good. Okay, New York might have got a decent player there. Montreal are taking Johan Martelli. Yeah, no, not fussed about missing out on him. He was rated a C- by our scouts. Next up is Sebastian Austin has gone to join Real Salt Lake. Again, not amazing, but that does leave Mr. Model Citizen Jimmy Campbell for us to take. So Jimmy Campbell can come on down. Very happy with that. And let's see if I can add in insert column. Would it be under general? Where do I find, like... The thing is, the ones you can add in this are really annoying. Ability? No, I want to add in, like, current ability. I don't know why it doesn't allow me to add in current ability. It's very annoying. Insert. It should be, like, under ability. Yeah, okay. Doesn't work, so... But there we go. Okay. We're up next. We've got the model citizen. Is there any other model citizens? There's another. Martin Webb. He's a B-. He's a midfielder. I mean, he's not dreadful. I think he'll be around a bit later on for a pick if we want to. We do have an A in here. Sam Wilkins. We looked at him before. He's the target forward that can't really jump. So I've just got the hiccups coming as well. Mahaman we looked at. Okay, let's go back to potential. Juan Gutierrez has not been taken as an attacking midfielder. He's the best rated potential left. We're going to take him. Juan Gutierrez. We're playing with attacking midfielders. We need the options in there. That's fine. New York City. Brian Wordsworth goes to New York City. Charlotte FC. Adam Collis. He's one we haven't looked at. Adam Collis does look pretty good on the right wing, but we're not playing with wingers at the moment. Cincinnati take Gary Kane. Okay. Gary Kane, yeah, not a bad little striker. Not a bad little striker. Oh, it's back to us. It's back to us. So you can see everybody sort of going down the order. So Max Youngblood, again, a good option, but I really don't want any more strikers. We've got plenty of strikers at the club. So Samuel Ido, yeah, good physicals. Do we take him at centre-back for the physicals? Potentially. Potentially. We've only got 2 bits of news and no trade, so no one's trading for these picks anymore. So we're going to be free pick, really. Carlos Perez is another striker. Do we? I think we're still in round 1. We're still in round 1 of the draft, which is absolutely bonkers. But we've got a couple of attacking midfielders here. Mahaman, we've got Daniel Luna. Has terrible media attributes, but not too bad in terms of his abilities. We could go for a goalkeeper. He loves to punch the ball. Punching tendency 20. Okay. Of course, we're sorting by potential. Let's see what our scouts think. Who's missing on the scouts? Max Youngblood, Brian Morales, the centre back. Yeah, could be pretty good. Not got the best potential. And then we've got Samuel Ido. And then we're into the A's anyway. So Josh Green. We've not looked at Josh Green, I don't think. Yeah, again. It's okay. I think we have looked at this guy, actually, because I remember the physicals not looking amazing. It's really tough. Who do we take? Don't need a left and right winger. We've got a right and left back, which is what we needed. Do I just go by attributes now? Do we just go... Is there anyone here that's got physicals through the roof, basically? We'll drop all the physicals down to 10. And we get David Jones, who we've already drafted. And then Mohamed Fayad. I've got a really itchy foot. Mohamed Fayad. Apologies, everyone. I'm still here. Who doesn't look too bad. Okay, let's up everything to 12 and then match 7 of 8. Joe Guzman, who got drafted by New York. 6 of 8. We got Michael Alvarado, who's a striker. And then we got Pal Sorchak. If he could jump, I'd probably be all over him with those physicals. But he actually can't jump and he's got no strength. The 2 probably key things you need as a centre-back, and he's lacking them. That's a disappointment. Okay, let's go up to 13 and drop it down to 5. And now we're sort of getting away from the point of even having them. Salgado as a striker. Wow, they're very good physicals as well. And he can finish and he can dribble. I mean, I'm not against it. Jesus Martinez. Again, look, obviously the physicals are going to be good. He does actually play as a right midfielder. But he's really not that good and doesn't have that much potential. So let's go 8 from 8. Get rid of natural fitness for now. 7 from 7. Let's go decrease to 12. Decrease to 11. And it's 10. And we're back where we were. So maybe it is the centre-back, Samuel Ido. We're going to bring him in. Centre-back, Samuel Ido joins. Next up for Montreal is... Oh, yeah, let's get rid of this... there's a adult reset. There we go. That's the button I was looking for. They take goalkeeper Terry Smith from the draw. Nice. Yeah, not too bad. Margaritas Pertavanis. What a name that is. Okay, I mean, he looks good, right? He looks good. No, he doesn't. I thought that was pace. It's not. It's balance. He doesn't look good. He'll probably do a good job. He'll probably develop into some sort of decent player. Edgar Bryant is taken, the fairly determined striker. Sam Wilkins has finally been taken by New York, or by someone. Seattle took goalkeeper Jonathan Ortega, who we had a brief look at. And now it's back to us. So there are still 2 people here. Max Youngblood didn't go. Neither did Brian Morales. which is interesting. And I know I said I'm done with strikers, but to have someone like Max Youngblood, who's got very good potential apparently, it could be worth a punt. It could be worth a punt. Let's go attributes. Let's go for the old acceleration, pace, and crossing, and dribbling. No, not finishing. Dribbling in there if we can, and see if we find anyone half decent there. 11, both at the C- and a D. Ali Sarika on the left hand side. I mean, oh God. If you look past the highlighted ones, like if you look past off the ball work rate and passing, he has literally everything you need to be a winger. Like, put him in at left wing, a backup to Odoriso. He's fairly professional as well, which is worth a punt, I reckon. Angel de Alba. He's actually got work rate and off the ball. Pace is alright, stamina's not great, but acceleration, agility, balance, crossing, dribbling. Oh, they're both options, aren't they? They're both options. Up it by 1, match 3 out of 4. When we get a few more, including Michael Alvarado, who's a striker. Now, what I'm not considering is retraining, aren't I? We could easily retrain people to play a different position. And he actually looks quite good. I said no more strikers, but I'm taking him because Michael Alvarado, with those physicals, is absolutely ridiculous, to be honest. Right, next pick. Seattle take goalkeeper Wilman Franco. Few clubs taking goalkeepers. Probably not a bad idea to take them. New England take centre-back Christian Alonso. Great jumping reach, 6'4". He's not too bad, actually. And then it's back to us. So, Connor Mayer. Yeah, okay. Decent physicals for the position. First touch dribbling is good. Crossing of 9. Yeah, off the ball's not great. Should we look for a goalkeeper? We've only got 3 goalkeepers at the club. So let's go. Position is goalkeeper. And we've got one here, Jose Luis Razo, who's got a decent potential, hasn't been drafted by anyone yet. Or we've got Braulio Moran, very good agility. Aerial reach, command of area, that's okay. Kicking and one-on-ones, we can work on that. Decisions. I'm trying to think, what is it as a goalkeeper? I think it's aerial reach and agility. Or is it reflexes and agility? It might be reflexes. I think it's reflexes and agility that are some of the best things you need as a goalkeeper. So let's have a look. Goalkeeping, reflexes, and then agility. 15 and 15. And he hasn't been drafted yet. 16 agility. I mean, it's because he's pretty shit and everything else, isn't it? Which is a bit of a shame. 14s, 13. So, Braulio Moran, who was the guy we were just looking at, doesn't look too bad. Juan de Dios Espinoza, really good agility, good reflexes. Again, I think he was the one we were just looking at. Ellie Cook, bit more of an all-rounder. And Jordan Page. The thing is, I think these goalkeepers are going to be around at the end, so none of them are taking my fancy. Let's leave it at that. Brian Morales as a centre-back could be an option. We've got an attacking midfielder in Josh Green, who looked good other than physically. It's getting to that time, isn't it, when it's tough. It's tough to pick. Tom Westwood has been drafted at central midfield. One of these guys, potentially. I mean, his name is Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos Layat, with good physicals. Get him at right wing instead. I mean, he's Roberto Carlos. He's got really good passing. Really good passing. We're going to take Roberto Carlos. We're going to take Roberto Carlos for a right midfielder. We've got another pick. Bloody hell. Can't stop picking players, can I? Miguel Angel Robinson. No. I actually don't like Miguel Angel Robinson. I don't want to pick him. Daniel Luna, attacking midfielder. Not bad. Let's go back to searching by potential and see who our scouts think is... It's still Max Youngblood. He's still there. He's still there. Nobody wants him at the moment. Oh, this is so tough, isn't it? Because the thing is, I sort of want to do this a bit blasé, but I'm also very aware that this is 100% the only way we're getting players into the club, and I do have to build out the B team. I've got to have a squad that can eventually challenge for the MLS title. Cole Wadey, good jumping reach, good bravery, aggression's not great. I just don't feel like we need centre-backs that aren't that good. And then you've got Brian Morales in there, still there as a centre-back as well. Low self-belief for Dan Madrigal, but isn't Madrigal Automotive in Breaking Bad? I think it is Madrigal Automotive. That is the company that supplies all the equipment, I think. Fickle, balanced, Daniel Rodriguez. Again, it's getting shit, isn't it? It's getting bottom of the barrel stuff already, and we're only in round 2. It feels like it's not as good as last year. Definitely feels like it's not as good as last year. So, I think we're going to take Paul Sorchak. Can't jump, but maybe we can train that or get him to play it right back or something. So, Minnesota have a double pick. They've gone with Maciej Juraszewski. And then they've gone with Will Granger. Good physicals, yeah. Good physicals. Sort of makes sense to go for him. Back to us again. We've got another pick. So, I mean, Brian Gomez is volatile. A volatile Mexican. I'd like a volatile Mexican in my team. Attacking midfield, a bit of versatility in there as well. So we'll go with that. They pick Cole Wadey. Marlon Lopez has been picked by Miami. Who's Marlon Lopez? Yeah, not great. I think we just looked at him as well. Columbus, take Max Youngblood. I was about to say, if no one takes him, we'll take him. But they've just taken him ahead of us, so fair play to them. Carlos Perez is the best potential ability player left. Maybe I start thinking about... Do I start thinking about a goalkeeper? Do I start thinking about a goalkeeper now? Mahaman, a Nigerian. I mean, I've never had a Nigerian before. Let's go for him because he's an interesting nationality and he's got a decent potential. So I quite like the look of that. Josh Green finally goes. Carlos Perez has gone to St. Louis. And then St. Louis go again and pick Liam Foster, which is a player that we didn't look at. Again, good physicals. Like, these players could develop into something. They really could. We're up again. I'm going to go for a goalkeeper. I'm going to make sure we get a goalkeeper in this draft. And then I think we're going to go for see if there's any good fullbacks left. So we've got Jose Luis Razo, who has the highest potential, but not the greatest of his ability-wise in terms of agility. This guy had great agility and great reflexes. So, do we take a punt on another Mexican? Nick Amador, decent agility, good handling. Reflexes aren't great. Yeah, let's chuck. That's a good idea. Let's chuck handling in there as well. Agility, reflexes, handling, and then. Okay, so we've got 3 candidates at 13 overall. Ellie Cook was one we looked at, and he's got a good personality, a fairly professional. Yeah, we'll go for Ellie Cook. I like that. There's another American in the team as well. Let's have a quick look at Jordan Page. Yeah, not too bad. Jordan Page didn't look too bad, but... So we've got 2 picks out. We've got Martin Webb has gone to New York, and Jordan Page has been picked by Charlotte FC. And then it's back to us. So we've got Daniel Luna is the highest, I think, potential player left to pick. In attacking midfield, there's just a lot of low attributes where you need good attributes, and he's temperamental. It's getting bottom of the barrel. I'm going to look to see if we can find another left back. Obviously, we got Ethan Diallo. We're the only people that... Oh, what's that for a name? Hello. Ulvi Alsigarov. Nice. From Azerbaijan. Brian May, the guitarist from Queen, is looking for a role at left back in the MLS. Daniel Ainsley. Again, it's not bad. It's just lacking in pace, isn't it? It's lacking in pace. Francisco Talaxitato is a great name. He's got good physicals. He can do as a backup left back. He's 23. I should have looked at that. He's already 23, but we've given him a draft. And then Ulvil Alisagov, who we just looked at, has just been drafted. So that's quite cool. Let's have a look at right backs then. See if we've got another right back here that we could take. We've got Luciano Gradila. Yeah, not bad, not dreadful. Diego Salas, named after the striker. Zach Gray, fairly professional and level-headed. Just lacking physically, isn't he? Just really lacking physically. Damon Adams, lacking physically as well. Teodoro Canales, lacking physically as well. And I don't think they're going to get better, are they, as we go down? Ibrahim Diallo. No, nothing there. Nothing there. Okay, we're going to come to the desperate barrel times. What interesting nationalities are there? I love a Brazilian. I love a Brazilian. Canadian. Oh, a Comorodor. Mohamed Fayed, Comorian. I mean, in central midfield, his physicals aren't dreadful. Unfortunately for him, we play a central midfielder on defend. He's got bravery of 1. 1! Holy crap. His passing is decent, though. A Costa Rican in Kevin Mora. Another striker, though. Don't need a striker. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to go position. Cannot play at striker. We're just going to get rid of everybody that is a striker. So, because I think that's going to make my life a bit easier. Any other interesting national? We've got an Italian coming through the draft. A Luxembourgian, Daniel Fabro. Holding midfield, can play central midfield as well. I just like odd nationalities. We're now basically looking for the B team, right? Mahoris, I've never even heard that nationality, so we're going to sign. Where is that? Okay, it's in Africa. Apparently. Mahoris, have you ever heard of that nationality? Let me know down below. Chicago have a double pick. They've gone from Brian Morales and Brian May. They picked up the 2 Bryans. We're going to carry on focusing on our strange nationalities. Let's go to the bottom, see if there's anyone. We've got a Vietnamese. Attacking midfield, left centre. Good acceleration, agility, pace and stamina. Dribbling's not too bad as well. And then it's literally everyone's American. So we'll get out the Americans. We've got Turkish, Tanzanian, who's been drafted by us anyway. We've got Puerto Rico, 2 Puerto Ricans. Tedo Canales we've looked at. Peter Reyes as a goalkeeper. Yeah, it's actually not too bad. Mexicans, obviously you'll get quite a few Mexicans. Italians, Luxembourg, Honduras. Guana Busian, fairly professional right back. Definitely the regen face is not. It's a line to my folks in Invicta save if white people don't have the right ethnicity, basically. We've got Guam, Aaron Santos from Guam. Oh, yeah. All right, you've got low determination, but those physicals look pretty decent for a pick at this round. Let's carry on going. All these people, we don't really need to look at all these people getting picked now. Austin FC. Is there anybody now with decent potential that isn't a striker? Is there anybody left? We've got this guy. Daniel Rodriguez. Come on down. We're picking on scout recommendation of potential ability. Dan Madrigal of Madrigal Automotive. Come on down. Right, we've got 2 more and then we get back to us. And what it means is that next year, hopefully, we don't need so many picks. We're going to go with Razzo, the goalkeeper. He's got half-decent potential. So we'll get him in as well. And then Minnesota pass. Seattle take Nathaniel Smith. That is someone we haven't looked at yet. Yeah, not bad. I do wonder how the AI plans its picks. I'm intrigued by that. Lots of picks now between the other teams. And then look at that. We've got a load of time off until I think we've got the last 2 picks. Of which we'll just go and pick somebody very young and fun, I think. Who's left in terms of potential then? We've got a few gaps here. We have Daniel Fabro from Luxembourg. Yep, you can get in. You can come into Austin. That's fine. Goalkeeper's gone. Jamie Carran's. Actually, people are still picking. Which is really interesting. Most people pass by now, which means that the AI thinks there's still quality to be had in this draft. So Montreal pass, Seattle take Michael Humes, St. Louis pass, they take Ash Contreras, Philadelphia pick Nick Waters, they're still picking into the last. Zach Robbie goes, Cincinnati pass, they've taken Ignacio Avila. I mean, yeah, maybe they do prioritise physicals because they are picking up a lot. Nashville pick Lee Wong. Okay, yeah, he's got a good jumping reach. That's not a too bad pick for them. Right, let's go by age. The 19-year-olds are gone. Well, then everyone's going to be 21, aren't they? That was a stupid thing to do. We've got a Hungarian centre-back, Balinat Leve. Can't jump for toffee. Cannot jump for toffee. His potential's not too bad, though, so we'll take him. And then our final pick of the draft in 2025... might be Jose Manuel Castro. It will be Jose Manuel Castro. And then the final draft pick is going to San Jose, and they pick Martin Munoz. This guy here. Well done, Martin Munoz. You were picked last in the draft. And that is the draft done. 2025 MLS draft is done. And I don't know how that's gone. We've definitely strengthened the team with the first few picks. But how well it strengthened the team, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below. I need to go and do all of these contracts, which I'm definitely going to do off camera so you don't have to worry about it. But what would be great, wouldn't it, is if they gave you like a proper summary at the end of it. To be like, oh yes, so once it finishes, it then gives you a list to say, number 1 was this, number 2 was this, so you can see where it went. If we go all the way back to the top, obviously we picked David Jones, and then we picked Juan Pablo Gonzalez. It was the striker Jonathan Hernandez that went 3rd. Yeah, but Luna went early, didn't he? Luna, that's the surprise one. That was the surprise one. Drafted by, was it Chicago, I think, drafted him? A Columbus Crew. He is a decent looking goalkeeper, but for him to go that early on is very, very surprising. But anyway, that is the draft done. We will be back to start the season with Austin FC, maybe 5 games into the season or something. We'll see how it goes. But we're going to see who, from our draft picks, makes it into our starting 11, who makes it into the first team squad, and who's just going to be dropped to the B team. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.